fellow people them for Southern Cameroons, fellow citizens from Ambazonia. Na me Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief for the Savannah States of the Ambazonian Defense Forces them. Today I want come again following a lot of requests for address the issue for Kugwe, as we now understand the enemy is working hard to destroy our prospect of independence. And the Ambazonia Defense Force is the eye of this ball. They get their eye for destroy. So first of all, I want to talk about the issue for inside Momo, the state of Momo. When I know the Ambazonia Defense Forces then they control the entire Momo, and no be team would want use them for brag or for do publicity. When I hear from their audio, they would release them. Say for 1 year, their commander then they for Nigeria, either build house, either buy land for Nigeria, either build house. They talk about commando. When I know say General Nambere, where they work with these people, them they be done carry ye and commando, then go for Ghana, go meet up the agents of Switzerland and Cameroon government. Then for they don't plot for give them the plan for how to destroy Ambazonia, their struggle. So Nambere, that already go for Yaoundé, Unaran CEO, but as the audio they don't report from commando, it come for inside Ambazonia only when it don't come for attack our forces then for ground zero. So I go explain una some way they happen for inside Kugwe, where a lot of people they don't inquire, and I want to tell when I say Kugwe, now our heartbeat, now a place we love them so much, the people them now they don't give free General Mba Ivo. Na Kugwe began for winner picking for Kugwe, and we respect all of the people them for they when they harvest chop for the first people they give them good chop free without any pressure. Now Ambazonia Defense Forces them they give it best planty, they give it best mimbo for they give all their good things that we they send their picking them for Wakam. We'll be very very happy with the people them for Kugwe. But La République du Cameroon, they are come way there for Abu. They one launch now just about 10-minute drive to inside Kugwe. They want to launch a major attack for inside Kugwe. Wait to wait and do now say them partner with their propaganda machine them for diaspora. Me then destabilize Kugwe. Then specifically the camp for can look which problem they will then use them. So when I see how they come, they begin use some Ambazonia people then they will then be susceptible. They start becoming publicized with it happen. Small problem the way we did for inside Kugwe already they start use them. The same like when the one key General Ivo they start look which problem and the way they use them against see. Now the same thing way they happen for inside Kugwe. So I go explain for now way to way it happen for day and give an update so that make always be in one mind. So first of all, I want to address directly the issue the way that be raised by a propaganda video where they make them for Chris Anu is TV station because now the arm that way they use them for manipulate and destroy our forces for ground zero. Now the arm way they use them for set we up for failure. Now the arm that way they use them for tell our boys they meet them begin cut people their hand. Now the arm that way they use them for force our boys they meet them begin collect taxes. Now the arm that way they be used and for tell our boys and say, me them begin attack the United Nations so that it go backfire for our independence. Now the same people they be used and for set up our people them for inside Nigeria, me then catch them. Now the same people them Chris Anu, where they struggle for use them for destroy our prospect for get independence, and I go respond for them directly right now. Maybe we watch the video and I go respond for where they talk for the video.
When I was preparing this show, I like the public to know. I invited a number of ADF officials and none would agree to come on the show. So I don't like anybody saying, oh.
So the first thing I say, will not be received any invitation from Chris Anu. Will not say Chris Anu to work for La République. They be catch his sister for ground zero with money. Where La République be done give for them for deposit for corrupt. Yimi destroy Ambazonia revolution. Now either they be catching mommy and his papa. A close member the way they did, they don't testify, we don't release those audio them. So we know exactly who way Chris Anu be, we know who be paymaster, we know who be the people that didn't stand for back. These two people didn't stand for a back. These two people didn't stand for a back. Na Larry Ndasi and Fongang Manuel. They want na Emia this Ambazonia revolution na their own economy, na their own enamwe they don't pass them. They be promised and say they go put them for inside Switzerland. Now the same people the way Sarkozy promised La République say they go give them cabinet member them if they make him minister. So we know why they manipulate people them. We know their motivation. We need to be ready for camp. Chris Anu can challenge and talk our own side of the story for that program, irrespective of the platform. But we never receive any invitation from me. I've been at the Deputy Defense Chief for Ambazonian Defense Forces them for the Savannah States. We never receive any invitation and none of our officials they never be approached by Chris Ano. So what he talk now just a complete lie.
Good evening, Secretary Chris, and first I want to give it back to you for the great job you've been doing.
First of all, Chris Ano have been fired from the interim government. He's not a member of the interim government. He is a former communication guy. So any person where he go for Chris Ano, he need to acknowledge and say an impostor. That person they already take for a immoral position for stand talk the truth because so for Ambazonia them I will tell you exactly which way it happened for them and the truth and nothing but the truth. We don't get a lot of information, a lot of people they talk from where they don't make complaint, legitimate complaint from the village of Kugwe and many other places them for day. Some one that they even come up from palace where they don't even get a misconstrued my message I send up out there. They don't contact me and I also talk for them. I want to tell the Ambazonia people and say we done launch an operation yesterday for inside Kugwe where in La Republic of Cameroon they get a little bit resistance but they don't withdraw and everything be then return back to calm. Most of the population they will go sleep for inside Fons Palace, so on the way they will go sleep for Catholic Church, they don't go back for their houses them and everything then be soft. We don't tell them say one new policy for appoint a person for instance Ngumba house. Any man no be say the person go be under our forces, it go be na a civilian person where it be used to the court, the traditional court system, na he go be in charge for make sure say they feed the liaise between the military people them and the civilian them. The people the way they be rise up for Kugwe, where they be go raise the flag for inside Kugwe, their fun palace. Now we the Ambazonian forces them. Now we picking them, now Kugwe picking them, now Momo picking them. Now we be raise those flags them all around Ambazonia. Those people they be raise that flag, now we be raise those flags them. And the thing we done destroy this our struggle. Now Satan will be go for Zaria, we go come back so we done create government. Plenty of our forces them foolishly because they be facing a true government, then decide for commot, including TTA for Momode where the tigers where it be die, it will be trained as well for Kugwe. Now for Kugwe they be training. Most of those fighters they be trained them for Kugwe. So the whole idea say we'll get army there for inside Kugwe, we'll never come up use those army there for go fight for other places them. Now those people they don't understand which way it be by guerrilla tactics. We'll get across Ambazonia and not be at liberty for tell now the amount of murder camps we'll get them, but we'll get heavy murder camp for across our national territory. We would use them like a base for launch our attack. Our strength no be for just come out go attack. La Republic need to start launch military attack from Kutaba. No, would use our guerrilla tactics. When I be say General Mba Ivo, it don't attack for A, it don't attack for B. Now how na be say now how they be attack the be plan, now how they be launch the attack them. So just because we dey for some one place, it no mean say we would attack the other places. When I be here, will launch attack for inside Gozang Day. That will launch attack for inside Babili. Inside Bali, when I the attack the launch for inside Bengui. When I feel say how they attack that they happen. We no one put our civilians them for any place for direct enemy attack for give justification for any attack. Now the same thing will happen for Bambutus. We don't go launch attack, we don't bring together a group of 3 battalions, then go launch attack. The one where they be susceptible, we not can manipulate them, then can give location from where will be launched that will be they be go gather before they want go launch the attack. Like Republic of Cameroon, they don't use that one now like a motive for come for that place, begin destroy everything. Now attack they will always do them, but the strategic reason then they way would put base for one place, will launch attack for another place. Now a strategic reason than that. So Kugwe na a strategic location for we. Kugwe they in between the Savannah State and the Atlantic State. Una know I'm already from Kugwe. You control Nyereba, you control Ngorefang and Mbura, how they call that name. Other places in a place of Atlantic State or former Southern Zone. So those places then inside Southern Zone. You also get places like Kugwe, like Inye, and many other places then Fang with Efa, with all then for inside Atlantic State. So na place that way, na a strategic place, na place where Devo Valley. So if you get the biggest market for that area, it will be na Kugwe market will be the biggest market before even a Gozang market day. So we know that area very well. We know how we operate for that area. It be under our control. If we not want follow exactly what the way the people that they talk, even though we say na witchcraft, then they for left Kugwe for we, they for left Batibo for we, they for left Bui for we, they for left Lebialem for we, because before the Fima Shaya brother want go chop money for camp for day, we'll be there for day already. So if when I talk to me no fighter, no go for place way another one day, what will they do for place the whole the controller? Now we be the control the whole Ambazonia. Now the idea say government can mislead our people then way some fighter they start talk say hey, if they don't create government, make we go join government one day we na with government. Now all man talk say it be a lie, not to know this in a government. It be just been a nursery for we for prepare ourselves for go for inside Boya, for Boya we go establish government. So not to know they like a government, not just a projection. It be a governing institution for lead the revolution. It never be saying a government because it not be a criteria for be a government. So all the 22 surrounding villages for Kugwe would work very well. We don't hear the complain them. We know say the complaint say it be wrong for we for take fund for anywhere can put them for inside our barracks for inside Kugwe, and we don't explain them for the people. Then we don't release audio them whether funds system it don't admit that the funds system be take food it camp for our barracks can't tell we say there's a problem there for inside Inye. We send soldier them for day. No be for inside Kugwe as some people that don't talk say go talk say about Kugwe the man be die. No, the man be dying for inside Inyo. We send soldier there for day, then go for day, the man, they no be even bury the man, it means the man will be murder. Now that fun be give name for people, then say me was soldier, then arrest them. Was soldier, then arrest that people them. Whatever excesses, if they be beat to man in that process, their intention will be now for the betterment of the people of Inye and the people of Kugwe. It no be now for fight population. Even the problem the whole year, where the right reporter for we don't talk for them very well, say some man be the beaty woman. ADF forces then come for they can become beat that man. All those problems then would hear they go solve them properly. Going forward, we go release the policy them were coordinator, was civil coordinator for Ground Zero. He go release the things them. Even though they talk say cow then will be seize them for enabler then like Frundi and Achirachu. We don't bring that cow for they would feed the people that would that cow, we don't use those cow there for buy weapon then they for fight. It may be a team for use them for fight, it may be not problem. Now the same one be the talk say no we go launch attack for inside Santa for catch that cow then they now when the talk say the cow then they for we when the one people then believe when I say when the talk now waiting when I don't find a problem for give motivation for La Republic of Cameroon for attack we also don't hear from the youth them they complain say what forces them they use them like scout they push them for scout but they want to integrate themselves inside the army say if they want to use them like scout again better me will give them complete military training and we will give them ammunition before the figure stand. For God, so La Republic know our capability for inside there and would be capable for maneuver ourselves in and out of there as much as we want them. But we don't promise the people that for Kugwe say they will continue to enjoy the freedom where they done the enjoy them for the past 4 years. Since 2016, Kugwe na the first place who will hang Ambazonia flag there where nobody ever go down for 4 years. Now only now so they can move that flag for place where be did it. Right since from 2016 because of una job where they used to for stir up our population. Those picking them na Kugwe picking them, wa picking them for Momo na Momo picking them, wa people them for the state of Bui na Bui picking them, wa people them for Manfe na Manfe picking them, and they go continue for fight for their place. All do una Koni, you know go work. Since our Ambazonia Defense Forces then they for Kugwe for this past 4 years, we don't open community school, we don't encourage picking them then go for school, for help them then create the environment where they feel learn for they in a peaceful manner. We don't open community hospital then for they. The problem several happen for that community place where what forces then talk say me people then go clear farm because they be the expected general if and go come for visit or come for inside Kugwe. Now whether they be the first people then go clear farm for me then go clear grass for corner the community hospital for day for Kugwe. People they vexing a Sunday way they be supposed to go for Njangi and all these things why they force them me then go clear for Sunday. All those complaints them would not hear them. The complaint also say cow the way we be done seize them, it be done begin to go astray. Now the same problem we be done first come out for we then talk say why would the first keep cow them for the first place? We don't talk say okay, maybe we release the cow for the community, maybe we give them for the community. People they don't talk say we then go home Ghana call. All our decision them were for force them for the now for the betterment of the people. For any place where small excesses and they will not go deny them, will not go cover up, we go try to handle them within our people. General Efang, General Popo when I be directly control over that area. He go name a civilians there and will record the palace for the fun of Kugwe na a very nice person will be open for all picking them for Kugwe and will tell you say me continue for that spirit. The fun for Inye when I ISISEP can manipulate this situation. Come on camp will come then can begin talk say we arresting for arrestee. We want tell you say it be safe. We no go do anything for you because our policy na say we no go arrest any traditional chief. We don't talk for our general them. We don't get sufficient meeting them. We don't agree. Henceforth. Every matter we concern soldier and civilian no go be handled by the generals them. We go allow the civil head where it will be also acknowledged by the local authorities them for the that they go handle matter where involve civilian and military. But any military to military conflict for they go be handled by we directly, and we still keep our line on my mobile phone ready for the any man we get problem them or difficulties with our forces them, me then approach we directly. We don't see the atrocity and the kidnapping the way people then like Chris Anu they promote them for ground zero by using forces then where them be susceptible for bribery. Me then begin get that legitimacy for begin work and terrorize our people them. We don't see how they be go kidnap them for inside the school for inside Mankonde. We see how they don't keep people them for inside Boyo for inside Bui. Now the same people they be sentenced General Arake for life for life. Now the same people they be keep people them for inside Lebialem. Now the same people the way La Republic du Cameroon then begin use them officially like a proxy. Now the same people they be open door for La Republic for recruit and for disarm Nambere. Now the same people them. Now the same people La Republic use them for access General Commando, and we want inform any soldier way it is talk with Nambere, so we'll be aware already. So we stop order on our corny, we leave we will prosecute the war. The reason we will see stand up today now because we stand for the side for the truth, and we will not say go up, calm down, the truth shall prevail. Our people, the eye will be open. Those who they be the follow, they be don't live we because they be feel they don't form government, they don't realize and say no, not in the government, no day. Now just a group where the one project itself like a government. As a matter of fact, we actually support Seseko and the rule where they plan for the struggle, but we deny any illegitimate structure or any illegitimate politics in. You know, the hell up any man when see the effect them, and a failure na the success for the enemy for in terms of the use of Sako. So me all we will turn up one mob, we focus for our enemy. Na time for lockdown. Many times for lockdown we want to do something effectively. They can't give other dates them because they want Chakara ground zero. But we will focus for fight one enemy, like the Republic du Cameroon. Our forces them for ground zero, for Bamenda, all side them. Una be ready. Una reach out for me. We will connect una. We will build una up. We will give una. If we not get enough guns or enough money for give una, which we will fight with them. We will give them for una. We in our spirit for put Ambazonia and the people them first. For make sure say me the sacrifice way that I make them during the period that me no go for water. Una turn up strong. Una hold grass. We focus for victory. When I leave this impostor the way they should done for America, they want make themselves say that them big governor them for inside ground zero. We will there for ground zero, we will control ground zero. We need to project ourselves like governors. We'll just be in a servants of the people them. We'll be in the people them. We want fight for make sure say me the people then get their chance to liberate themselves. God bless you, Capo Daniel.